John chapter 21 is the final chapter of the Gospel of John. It serves as an epilogue to the Gospel, recording the final appearance of Jesus to his disciples after his resurrection. This chapter includes the restoration of Peter, an important conversation between Jesus and Peter, and a conclusion to the narrative of John's Gospel. In verses 1 through 14, just after Jesus' resurrection, several disciples are together by the Sea of Tiberias, also known as the Sea of Galilee. These disciples include Simon Peter, Thomas, Nathanael, James, and John, along with two others who are not named. Peter decides to go fishing, and the others join him, but they catch nothing all night. Jesus said, "Friends, haven't you any fish?" The disciples said, "No." Then Jesus said, "Throw your net on the right side of the boat." John realizes it is Jesus and tells Peter, "It is the Lord." Upon hearing this, Peter quickly jumps into the water to swim to Jesus, leaving the other disciples to drag the boat to shore with the catch. When they land, they find that Jesus has already prepared a breakfast of fish and bread. Jesus invites them to bring some of the fish they just caught. After counting them, there are 153 fish, and yet the net is not torn. This moment is another revelation of Jesus' power, as he provides for his disciples in abundance. Jesus serves them breakfast, and this is a moment of fellowship and recognition of his risen presence. In verses 15 through 19, Jesus addresses Peter in a significant conversation. This interaction is especially poignant because Peter had previously denied Jesus 3 times before his crucifixion in John chapter 18. Jesus asks Peter, "Do you love me more than these?" Peter replied, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." Jesus said again, "Feed my lambs." Then Jesus asked, "Do you love me?" Peter replied again, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." Jesus replied, "Take care of my sheep." A third time Jesus asked, "Do you love me?" Peter was grieved by this but answered one more time, "Lord, you know all things, you know that I love you." Jesus replied, "Feed my sheep." Through this repeated questioning, Jesus restores Peter and reaffirms his calling of Peter to care for his followers. This also shows that love for Jesus is expressed through service to others, especially through leading and nurturing his disciples. Jesus concludes the conversation by saying, "Follow me." Peter then asks Jesus about another disciple. "Lord, what about him?" Jesus answers, "If I want him to remain alive until I return, what is that to you? You must follow me." This conversation leads to a misunderstanding among some early Christians who thought that John would not die. However, John clarifies in verse 23 that Jesus did not say John would not die, but rather that he had simply asked, "What is that to you?" The emphasis is on the individual call to follow Jesus, rather than to compare one's path with that of others. In verses 24 through 25, John offers a closing testimony about the Gospel's authenticity. John emphasizes that there are many other things Jesus did, and if all of them were written down, the whole world would not have room for the books that would be written. This shows the abundance of Jesus' actions, teachings, and miracles, which could never be fully captured in one book. This serves as a reminder that the Gospel of John is just a selection of the most significant events and teachings, chosen to lead readers to believe in Jesus as the Christ, the Son of God, and to find eternal life in his name as stated in John chapter 20. There are 5 key themes in John chapter 21. 1. Restoration and forgiveness. Peter's threefold affirmation of love for Jesus mirrors his threefold denial before the crucifixion. This interaction emphasizes the forgiveness and restoration that Jesus offers, even after Peter's failure. Jesus' questions reinforce the idea that genuine love for Jesus is demonstrated in caring for others. 2. The call to follow him. Jesus' command to Peter, "Follow me," is the central call for all disciples. Despite past failures, Jesus offers Peter, and all of us, the chance to follow him faithfully, even if that path leads to suffering. 3. Individual paths in discipleship. The dialogue between Peter and Jesus about John shows that each disciple's path is unique. This teaches us not to compare our journey with others, but to focus on our own relationship with Jesus and the unique calling he has given us. 4. The abundance of Jesus' works. John concludes by highlighting the immeasurable nature of Jesus' actions and teachings. This underscores the limitless richness of Jesus' life, which can never be fully captured by human words, but continues to be revealed to those who believe in him. 5. Testimony and belief. John's closing statement emphasizes that his testimony is true, reinforcing the trustworthiness of the gospel account. John chapter 21 serves as a powerful conclusion to the gospel, offering both restoration and a renewed commissioning of Jesus' followers. Through Peter's restoration, we are reminded of the grace that Jesus offers to all of us, no matter how deeply we may have faltered. Additionally, this chapter calls us to follow Jesus faithfully, without comparing ourselves to others, and to embrace the unique path he has set before us. The final testimony of John invites us to believe in Jesus, the Son of God, and to receive the eternal life that he offers. As we reflect on this chapter, we can ask ourselves, how are we following Jesus in what we think, the things we say, and how we live our lives? How do we demonstrate our love for him through humble service to others? How can we trust in the abundant life Jesus offers all of us through his life and teachings?